Welcome to the North Phoenix Suburban Stead. My name is Rich. Today's project will be refreshing a chainsaw. This comes from our good friends at the Flight Springs Ranch, where our buddy Shane has acquired some desert ranch land, and he is fixing it up to make it resort style. They've got a big project here coming up, and if you watch the other videos where I restored their wheelbarrows, that was in anticipation of this project coming up. Same thing here with the chainsaw. This does work, it is operational, but we're just going to take it apart, clean it all up, and get it into its optimal performance. To clean the casing, we're going to be using sodium percarbonate, and this is going to be similar to hydrogen peroxide. We've got a quart of water, almost a quart of water, about 960 milliliters, and we're going to put in 6 capfuls to mix up our solution. This is a Stihl 025 chainsaw. Awesome for just general purpose. There's value to it. It's known to be reliable. We've got the bar on here with a chain that's already on it. We opened the casing and there was another chain here. Looks like it's been used and it needs some assistance in a couple of areas, like right there. We'll start cleaning all of the components, and then we will investigate and check out the carburetor, which, if you've seen us working on small engines, we always address the carburetor, as it's our estimation that 90% of small engine challenges, even in the dirt bike that we're working on, the challenge is the carburetor to get it operating in its optimal function. Really just needs cleaning. Hopefully no replacements of the gaskets or any parts of the carburetor, just a really nice dismantling, cleaning, and then reassemble. Here we go. Here we are on the second day that we're going to be working on this chainsaw. It's a Stihl 025. We got it from the Flight Springs Ranch. The objective here is just to clean it up and get it running a little bit better. Here's what we know. We know that it does run. We also know it's really dirty. And we are making an assumption here that there was always the right mix of gas and oil in the device, and so the pistons hopefully will not be damaged or corroded. So what you've seen in the first few clips here is I've just taken some of the pieces off, blew it out, kind of cleaned it up. But today we're going to do a little bit more. We're going to take the muffler off, we're going to take the intake off, and probably take the carb off and clean it depending on how dirty it is. So let's get to this on the next step of the Chainsaw Stihl 025. Couple things I'm looking for here is that I've got visibility and I can see the piston inside there. The O-rings look okay. There's a plug right there. Let me show that a little bit more. There's a plug right there. I want to make sure that that's intact or that's still there. Sometimes they loosen out of these pieces, but it looks actually really good. So does the muffler. So let's just clean this up a little bit and then we'll move on to the carb. Yeah, so the carb looks really good. There's a lot of dirt around it. So I think I'm just going to, well, there's the gas line, and the gas line looks good. I don't see any cracks or visible wear. So I think we're just going to leave this as it is. We'll just wipe it down a little bit and avoid getting any of the dirt inside the carburetor. So I want to close the choke valve first, and the way you do that is you depress the throttle, and then we'll put this all the way down to the choke. And all I'm trying to do there is avoid, if I can, getting any of this dirt inside there. Yeah, again, this looks really good. So that's good news, right? About, I don't know, 25, 30 bucks, you can get a kit. It includes a new spark plug, new air filter, new carburetor, all of these types of components, but it just doesn't, I don't think it needs it. It's a little bit dirty. I don't have a gap tool. Everything to me looks just fine. I can test for a spark and all that, but I'm just not going to. I don't think it needs it. I may regret that later. Let's get a look into the top there. You know, it looks really good. I mean, I don't see any scoring. I don't see any carbon buildup. I can probably turn the piston a little bit and get even a closer view, but I think we're good. Chain back on. I want to see if I can fix the pull cord. It's got some wear and tear on it. It's about to go. So let's take this cap off and replace it. So I just blew this out and everything looks fine. I mean, it's a little bit dirty in there, but I got so much of it out already. The line for the chain lube pump is looks fine. It's seated well. All of the electrical is seated well and they look good, including the ground up to the piston. And we've got some compression. So I'm calling this one good, but let's definitely work on replacing this line. So we want to replace this cord. It's the only part that I'm replacing on this. You'll see how it's frayed there. I mean, it's still operational and it's really got some good action, but I want to replace that cord. Now I went down the very cheap road, and this was like, I think it was $7. I got it on Amazon. It gave me 2, and I think it's going to be okay. But if I may struggle with it, there's another alternative. You spend a little bit more money, call it like 11 or 12 bucks, and you get a whole new piece here, including the pulley and all the system, and everything's ready to go, and you just replace the whole thing. I went the cheap route. Let's get into it. Whoa, don't want to do that. Definitely don't want to do that. That's over my head. That's probably pretty simple, but I'm just seeing where I can get this thing tied in. Yeah. Fuck. Didn't really want that to happen, but it did. You know, it's probably a good thing. Look how pretty. That's freaking filthy. Let's get this out and clean it. Wow, wicked frustrating. Alright, this will be fun. I'm letting it go. Alright, take 55. I don't know, take 100. Freaking killing me. Yeah, note to self. Buy the cheap one just to replace the freaking cord, or you can just spend a couple more bucks, get the whole system, and it's already fucking wound. Man, this is frustrating. Let's just keep going at it. That's the way we do it at the Suburban Stead. Alright, this is freaking stupid. Oh my God, I got it. Holy shit. Please stay. I've sharpened plenty of chainsaw blades in the past, and I used to get really scientific. I don't anymore. I just sharpen them. But what I am doing here is I'm marking where I'm starting, so that as I go through the chain, when I come back to this spot, I'll know that I've done that one as well.